2019. While the ice sheets of Greenland have melted 7 times faster than 2018, forest fires were rampant across the year and across the continents. The planet was gripped in the waves of extreme heat and extreme cold. While 2018 was the year of tsunamis and earthquakes, 2019 saw some major wildfires, cyclones, typhoons, and heat waves. Let us look at 15 of the deadliest natural disasters to have hit the world in 2019. I will refrain from ranking these disasters, but to give a structure to our top 15 list, life loss has been considered as a metric. 15. Hurricane Dorian. This Category 5 tropical cyclone was not only the most intense hurricane to ever hit Bahamas, but was also one of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic Ocean in terms of 1-minute sustained winds. Killing over 70 people, leaving more than 70,000 homeless, Dorian caused a damage of over $4.6 billion. While it hit Bahamas, Puerto Rico, islands of Caribbean severely, parts of eastern United States, eastern Canada, Greenland and Iceland were also impacted. 14. Durban Easter floods. During the Easter weekend, South African coastal city Durban experienced severe flooding, taking away the lives of over 85, several of them children. Over 2,000 emergency calls were logged with the officials in just one night. 13. Cyclone Fani. Categorized as extremely severe cyclonic storm, Cyclone Fani killed 89 people, causing a significant damage of over $8 billion in the eastern states of India and Bangladesh. 12. Typhoon Lekima. 90 lives were lost and a damage of over $9.2 billion was left behind by Typhoon Lekima, which affected China, Philippines, Taiwan, Ryukyu Island and Caroline Island. Lekima proved to be the second costliest cyclone ever to hit in Chinese recorded history. 11. Typhoon Hagibis. Causing at least 102 fatalities and $9 billion worth damage, Typhoon Hagibis was the costliest Pacific typhoon in the recorded history. It battered Japan, South Korea, Russia, Alaska and Mariana Islands with its strong winds. 10. Nepal floods. Even before Nepal recovered from previous year's multiple earthquakes, the country witnessed flash floods claiming the lives of over 110 people, with at least 60 people still missing. Floods resulted in landslides, and the torrential downpour in this Himalayan nation made it difficult for the relief operations to be conducted. 9. Jaipura floods and landslides. In March, a flash flood struck Indonesia's Jaipura, which was followed by a landslide within a few hours. These two disasters claimed the lives of at least 113 and almost 100 more are still reported missing. 8. Pakistan floods and storms. From February to April, widespread flash flooding affected large parts of Pakistan, killing over 140 people and displacing several villages across Balochistan, Punjab and KPK. Pakistan was hit by 3 major waves of rain and flooding over a period of 1 month. 7. Heat waves in India. While this decade ends being the warmest decade on record ever, 2019 is the second warmest year in the recorded history. All-time high temperatures were set in several countries, resulting in heat waves and wildfires across the planet. India suffered the second hottest and longest wave ever to have hit in the modern recorded history. From mid-May to mid-June, at least 200 people were killed and several thousands of heat stroke cases were administered across the nation. This heat wave also impacted Pakistan, where 5 infants lost their lives after extreme heat exposure. The highest recorded temperature was 50.8 degrees Celsius or 123.4 degrees Fahrenheit. This is fractionally lower to the highest temperature of 51 degrees Celsius recorded in 2016. 6. European heat waves. In 2019, all the previous high temperature records of Europe were exceeded by 3 degrees Celsius or 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit. It was the hottest June ever recorded in European modern history. The heat wave claimed the lives of over 868 in France, with several more heat stroke cases recorded across Europe. The night of July 24th set out to be the hottest night ever for France. 5. Cyclone Idai. Touted to be one of the worst tropical cyclones to have hit Africa, this long-lived cyclone Idai killed over 1,300 people, with many still reported missing. It soon turned out to be the costliest tropical cyclone in the Southwest Indian Ocean, leaving a damage of over $2.2 billion. Cyclone Idai was recorded as the deadliest storm to hit the southern hemisphere ever. 4. India floods. Monsoon rains and floods affected at least 22 states in India, leaving a death toll of over 2,120 people. Several were reported missing, and over 25 lakh people were affected by the floods and the landslides that followed. 37 lakh acres of crop was destroyed, over 20,000 domestic farm animals were lost, and over 100,000 houses were fully damaged. 3. Australian bushfires. As of this video recorded date, Australian bushfire is an ongoing disaster with state of emergency declared by the country. The haze from the bushfires covered Sydney and Brisbane in smog. Record low rainfall has contributed to this continental scale emergency, with more than 5 million acres of land being burnt already. The smoke that has smothered Sydney, Canberra and other areas has produced pollution that is 11 times greater than the hazardous level for human health. Sydney's air pollution was declared hazardous for over 30 consecutive days. The city is also experiencing an unprecedented drought, with situation escalating rapidly. As of this video recording, the Australian bushfires combined to form a mega fire north of Sydney. Koalas, which are already on the verge of extinction, are now facing being wiped out from the planet Earth, as over 2,000 of them were killed during these bushfires. They are declared to be functionally extinct. Several thousands of animals and insects of various species are believed to have been burnt in these fires. 2. Siberian wildfires. The world's largest forest was on fire for months, burning down over 17 million acres of Siberian wilderness within 2 months. This was the longest burning disaster in this Russian forest, choking several Russian cities under smoke. The effects of air pollution from a blaze could linger for years, hampering the human health. The Russian government declared an emergency and mobilized the military to contain these fires. However, aeroplanes and helicopters had a very difficult task, as many of these fires were in remote areas that were very difficult to reach. 11,000 livestock, 10,000 sheep, 2,000 pigs and farm birds were killed, and in the forest, tens of thousands of animals were killed, of which 5,500 stables, 300 bears, 2,700 reindeers, 1,500 moose could not be extracted on time. Before we look at the deadliest disaster of 2019, there are some other disasters that need to be remembered in the face of this climate change. 1. Extreme drought in Chennai and Victoria Falls. 2. Volcanic eruption in New Zealand. 3. Earthquakes in Kashmir, Ambon and Albania. 4. Floods in Iran and South Sulawesi. 5. Cyclones Bulbul and Kenneth. Now, the deadliest disaster of 2019. At 1. Amazon fires. While this could fall more under man-made disasters list than a natural one, the disaster it left behind is of a planetary emergency scale. Amazon fires, which happened when the Siberian forest was burning, could result in a massive spike in methane gas across Earth, disrupting the lives of several species, bringing a massive ecological change, melting the permafrost. Political decisions and human interventions may have caused the Amazon fires, but the lack of immediate mobilization of military aggravated these fires. Amazon has not burnt in millions of years. The rainforest is just not built for fire. It is designed to be the lungs of our planet and to remain so. But a growing number of man-made fires have plagued the Amazon in the recent years, tampering with its ecosystem. And a system that is not adapted to fire will have a lot more losers than the other landscapes like Australian or Siberian. Millions of animals were killed with countless species endangered. At least 1.8 million animals may have likely perished, including several insects, reptiles, and sloths which command our ecosystem. With their food source being burnt out for miles, it is likely the adversity continues for at least a few more years. Over 500 jaguars were killed, while this is a species that is already threatened by habitat loss and poaching. Climate is changing, and so should we. This is no longer a point of debate to believe, but a factual present. If this is your first time on Indianistic, please do subscribe using the circle on screen. Were you present during any of these disasters? Or do you know someone who was? Share your stories with me using the comment section. Stay on and watch some more videos on Indianistic. While I wish you a very happy new year, I hope to see you around.